and welcome to HCS Connects. I'm Kelly Gorel with Hampton City Schools. Today we have Gary Skeen and Shannon Pullman with us. They are with the Innovative Professional Learning Department, and they're here to talk to us all about our FLEX program. So welcome to HCS Connects.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so FLEX, what does FLEX stand for? I mean, I'm not very flexible, but I know that the program's supposed to be flexible. So what does it stand for and what is it really all about?
So FLEX stands for Future Learning Experience. That is our own Hampton City Schools virtual learning program for our students that are in K through 5. We've built that within ourselves. So it's our own Hampton City teachers, our own Hampton City curriculum. It's a new innovative virtual program that's not only for Hampton City students, but it's also for students all across the Commonwealth of Virginia.
So this is new this year, correct?
Right. This we started in fall of 2022, and we started K through 5, and we have one class for kindergarten through 3rd grade, and because we had such a high interest rate, we went 2 classes for 5th grade and 2 classes for 4th grade.
And we started this fall, but that's where we started instruction. I mean, this has been in the works for several years as far as building that curriculum, hiring teachers, the application process. I mean, this is just not a, hey, come fall, we just started, correct?
Right. So we took all of the things that we learned through virtual learning through the pandemic, and then after, as students were in other virtual programs, and we said, hey, how can we really take these components and build something that's going to be really meaningful and worthwhile for the students of Hampton and students that are beyond Hampton. So we really wanted to make that gold standard of virtual learning happen right here in our own Hampton City Schools.
And you've already made reference. It's not just for Hampton City School students, even though they are Hampton City School students, they just don't have to live in Hampton.
Right.
That's very different from other virtual programs that school divisions may be offering, you know, for their own students, correct?
Yeah.
That is correct. So all of our students, they can be anywhere as long as they live within the bounds of the Commonwealth of Virginia. They can be part of the FLEX program at any part from the sea to the mountains.
There you go. So from the sea to the mountains, do we have students outside of the boundaries of Hampton that are participating this year?
Yes, we have students all the way to Richmond and to the south side of Virginia.
So do we have students from like pretty much every school division within our region, Peninsula and Southside?
So we have representation from all of the 7 cities of the Hampton Roads region.
Okay.
And then as far away, we've got some students from Culpeper, and we've got some students as far away as Richmond as well. So we're expanding. So our goal is to take over the entire Commonwealth by the end.
Are you going to take over Gary, I would not be surprised if you could take over the entire Commonwealth because I know how driven you are. So, you know, talking about teachers as well. So we've got these students that pretty much can be from the Commonwealth. What about teachers? Are they Hampton teachers?
They are Hampton teachers. They are employed by Hampton City Schools, but they also do not have to live within Hampton to be able to work with FLEX. As long as they have a Virginia license to teach, they can be anywhere in the United States or the world. We actually have a 2nd grade teacher that is in Pennsylvania.
So a 2nd grade teacher from Pennsylvania, that's pretty cool. How did she hear about FLEX?
So we have a really great marketing strategy, and we really try to talk up as much as we can with FLEX, and we got a lot of word of mouth from other teachers that were already in the virtual world that really thought this was a very innovative program, and they wanted to start on that pilot year with us and really take that journey with us.
So I could be a teacher that has a Virginia license. My spouse is military. We've been transferred overseas, and I could still be a Hampton teacher and teach in that FLEX program as long as I'm pretty much awake during those working hours.
Right, exactly.
Correct?
Because it is based on Virginia hours.
It is based on Virginia hours, but I could be anywhere in the world. That's pretty impressive. So looking at FLEX, how is it different than what our families experienced during COVID?
You know, so as we built this program, we really took all of the components that we looked through that virtual learning of the pandemic, as well as other virtual learning programs that we've used like post-pandemic, as well as even looking at options for our homeschool components. You know, what are some of the pros? What are some of the cons? You know, one of the things is that we can't have students that are online on a Zoom for 6 hours a day. So students are online for a developmentally appropriate amount of time, somewhere approximately between 2 and 3 hours a day. There's a lot of choice that's involved with the students in what parents show in that mastery of content knowledge. It's not just one standard, here's your assignment. Parents really have the ability to get involved in this program. So And on top of that, we have, of course, our immersive adventures, which we like to call our world famous world immersive adventures, that really get students excited for coming to class every day, because they're going to put that content skill that they learn every week into something that's a puzzle quest, that's an escape room every week, so that they want to come to school. You know, it kind of aligns with right now we have 99% attendance rate for our students because they just are so driven to be in class every day.
But there are hands-on experiences, even though this is virtual. So Shannon, tell me a little bit about some of those hands-on experiences.
So we looked at the curriculum for the in-person students and how we could tailor it to students at home. And we were able to provide those materials that they would normally have in a classroom and mail them home, or have parents come and pick them up if they're local. So they're still not missing out on those hands-on experiences, real-world experiences, especially in science, that the students are getting in person. But we also have been able to offer field trips, field investigation, field experiences for students. Fifth grade has been out on the James River on a boat, collecting organisms and doing water quality testing. Fourth grade went to Jamestown. Currently, our second graders are participating in the Every Second Grader Learning to Swim program through the PE department and the Aquaplex in Hampton. And then we have some other field trips coming up, I think, to Colonial Williamsburg, and there was one more.
Well, I do know that they have participated in our Citizen of the Month.
Yes.
So, those recognition programs that we do at the traditional in-school, they're participating in. So as long as their parents can provide that transportation, they're coming out and they're able to join there.
And it is optional. It's, because it's 100% virtual program is how it was, presented to parents and students. But I think most of the students are participating in the in-person field trips too, because they're just excited. And I was actually on one of the field trips, and just their excitement to meet each other in person was exciting.
And I had the opportunity to meet several of them at our Citizen of the Month luncheon, and they sat together and they were sitting with you all, and it was really neat to sit down and ask them, like, well, what do you enjoy about Flex? And, do you like your teacher, and how's it going? And they were just all smiles and just talking about their experience. Mm-hmm. But Gary, getting back to what you said as far as it's a collaboration, it really is a partnership with with those families.
Absolutely. As we kind of talk about having that parental choice in those assignments, this is really, we like to think of it as a conversation between not only the student and the teacher, but it's really the student, the teacher, the family, the administration. Everyone has to collaborate at all points, and it's really a conversation to make sure that we're doing what's best for every student in this program, wherever they're at.
So what does a typical day look like in a Flex program? And I know it's going to be different, K through 5, but like you said, they're on, they're virtual maybe close to 3 hours a day, but they've got asynchronous work. Are they Monday through Friday, Monday through Thursday? What does that look like?
So, do you want to take? Sorry.
So no, you're fine.
Gary's so excited to talk about it.
They are Monday through Thursday for the traditional lessons, Friday being the immersive adventure day, where they take that information they learned Monday through Thursday and apply it to, like Gary said, an escape room or some kind of adventure. There is an AM and a PM session for the students, so they are broken up into 2 groups. And then at some point they all do come together before lunch.
So again, that's kind of like family choice, AM, PM, what works best for them.
Right. And then they have an asynchronous work that they would complete after or before their class time.
Well, this is different for your teachers as well, or our teachers, Hampton City School teachers, because it's not even a traditional classroom being in person. So there's a lot of flexibility there, a lot of communication with families, as well as your department, the students, and so forth, correct?
Absolutely. You really get to know a lot about lots of everyone that's involved in the program, because there's so much communication that happens every day. We really know every student, every teacher, everybody that's involved in the program. You really feel like one big family because we communicate so much.
When do applications open?
February 1st.
And that's applications for hiring and for applying as far as a student and a teacher?
Yes, February 1st will be for students as well as teachers. If anyone goes to hcsflex.com, they'll see all that information as well as information sessions. Families that are interested, it is mandatory that they attend one of the information sessions, just so they have a feel of what's going on and how Flex works. And then there are also teacher sessions too, if teachers want more information.
So is there a deadline on when applications close for students?
So applications will close on February 31st, right before we go on spring break. March, I'm sorry.
I was going to say February 31st. This is really
that's a new
different.
day.
Right. We created a whole new day.
So applications will close on March 31st, which is right before we go on spring break. So that way we can get everything aligned and we can get all of our teacher positions filled before the end of the year. So that way we know what our enrollment numbers are going to be.
Well, and you're talking about individualized. So if I'm a student with a 504 or an IEP, can I still apply?
Absolutely. We do have a dedicated special education teacher that is on staff currently. We are expanding that for next year as well.
So it really is for any child. Any child. And, with SOL tests, that kind of made me think, do they take SOL tests?
Absolutely, they do take SOL tests. Those are required. Those are the only time that a student would have to come to an in-person setting if they so chose to. But those are in person. So what we do is students that are in Hampton that are zoned for zone school, they would report to their home school for that test.
Okay.
Those students that are from anywhere within Virginia, we do set up a centralized location at our central office location, and they would come to town, they take their test, they kind of get to interact and meet each other during the day, and then they would spend some time in downtown Hampton or in the Hampton region, and then they would depart to go back home.
Okay. And what did we say, February 1st?
February 1st.
Is
February
when the
1st.
application process opens for students to apply. Is that based on a lottery system? Is it first come, first serve? Like, how does the application process work?
So it is based on a lottery system. There's a waiting list that we do have set up afterwards once we have so many slots that we fill in our enrollment. But that's kept on a rotating basis throughout the year. So any slot that might open up, we would fill from that waiting list.
I mean, is there anything else that you all would like to add as we wrap up?
Make sure that you visit our website at hcsflex.com because that's where all of our information hub is going to be, and be ready for February 1st and make sure you get those applications in.
And sign up for the parent information sessions
Yes.
if they want to apply, correct?
Right.
Or if you're a teacher that is interested, be it if you're a current Hampton City Schools teacher or anywhere, like we
Right.
said in the
Or
world,
beyond.
sign up for a teacher session. So again, kind of what this looks like, what to expect.
Right.
Absolutely. We answer any question that you might possibly have.
Well, thank you both so much for being here. Like I said, it's really exciting to see, Hampton again out ahead and offering things that are not offered in other school divisions. And it's not even just offered to Hampton residents, but to anyone
Right.
in Virginia. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on HCS Connects. Remember, it's easy to stay connected.